be working on 2 different ways to build a wide body for my R32 sedan. This car is a full demo car for Infamous, so I'm gonna use it to showcase our skills and kind of what we're capable of on the production level. Lots of cool content coming up for this car. Also in this video, we have a Aston Martin DB9 that we've had for the past few months. I decided to film the last few days of this process. If you don't already, head over to Instagram and give us a follow at InfamousMind. Guys, so today we're also going to be building, well, we're not going to be building, but we're going to be figuring out how to build a roll cage in this thing. Daniel's here, he's going to help out with that. Carbon dash is looking awesome. All of this is done, and so is the center console here. We're also going to be doing pretty much the entire dashboard eventually. We're just doing it in pieces. I want this whole thing to be excessive amounts of carbon. Sounds over the top, but that's exactly what I'm going for with this project. Alright, so while these guys are working on getting the tape in place, I'm gonna mock up the roof wing and the rear spoiler that I made. So we're gonna be test fitting the 18 by 9.5 plus 22. This is the KNP model. I'm not sure exactly which one of these I'm gonna be running, although this one does look pretty nice. But yeah, we're gonna be test fitting this wheel and then building the wide body to this spec. How's the fitment on that? Ah, dude. Alright, so the plan going into this was not very clear, but as we are getting closer, we're kind of figuring out how to do this. So yeah, this is the foam. We've cut it into sections and made sure that it can sit flat against the body of the car. And then everything will be glued on, and we're already starting to figure out sort of the contour of how it's gonna look. Yeah, I don't really know how far we're gonna get on this project today, but at least we'll have the shape of it done so you can really visualize what it's gonna look like and how wide it's gonna be too. Today is the last day that the DB9 is going to be here. We're just finishing up the full carbon fiber aero kit. So we did a splitter, side skirts, and a rear diffuser on this thing. It's taken like almost 3 months, which is pretty crazy. This project has definitely taught us a lot, and I'm really excited to show the owner, Tej, what we've cooked up for him. So step inside here and I'll show you what we got going on. So full carbon rear diffuser with 2 fins. Full carbon side skirt extensions, and full carbon front splitter. Got the rear diffuser finished up last night. Still have to clean everything, but looking pretty good. One of the requests from Tej was that he wanted us to use all OEM mounting points, so we couldn't drill any holes into this car, which I was pretty upset about, but we're making it work. So like I said, 2 bolts on this so far, and then I'm gonna be building 1 bracket out of this aluminum, probably to that rear, I don't know, whatever that is, subframe cover. Jordan's just getting the side skirts mounted up. We had to build 3 brackets per side, and then we're bonding them to the skirt so that everything is one piece and removable with bolts. So I just stepped outside to check symmetry. The diffuser is still in a position where it's adjustable, so I'm just figuring out if it needs to be higher on one side, lower on one side, kind of dialed in from there. Alright, so I just aligned the diffuser about 1 centimeter to the right. This is looking a little bit better now. Looks like I still need to bring the left side of the diffuser up slightly, just to level it out. I like this this OEM like trunk lip here. Really suits the diffuser. Kind of balances it out top and bottom now. Just the whole car looks so much more aggressive. Got about 1 hour left before Tej comes by to pick this thing up. We're just making a template of all the hole locations for the front splitter. and then we're gonna get the splitter bolted up and diffuser bracket built, and then it should be done. So if you haven't guessed it already, I've actually decided to change my approach for the wide body. So originally I was planning to use XPS or EPS, which is basically extruded polystyrene or styrofoam. I decided not to use it actually because it's a little bit too dense and shaping it is pretty difficult. I'm gonna switch over and use polyurethane foam. As you can see, I've torn everything off and I've begun to build an actual container to hold the foam. In addition to using a different type of material, I'm also going to be going a little bit wider and planning for down the line when I have the 5-lug conversion and can put some proper fitting wheels on this thing. So as you can see here, the container's almost complete. This part folds over and seals that off, and then I'm still gonna build the back half of it. That will be the rear section, and then the front section up by the door is gonna have a vent built in as well. So a benefit to using cardboard to create the container versus this foam is that I can actually pre-create the shape in the actual foam rather than having to do a lot of sanding later on. Just kind of speeds up the process, makes it a little bit more streamlined, and this way when I pull off the cardboard mold, essentially, the foam will already be in pretty much the same shape that I want it to be. So visualization aspects go up and it's gonna be a lot easier to make this thing perfect. Alright guys, so first layer of foam has been poured. Looks like it's doing really well. Seems to be all the way down in this kind of lower panel here. And then it's already like bubbling up to the top here. This foam is insane. It expands, I believe, 20 times its original volume. So it's getting pretty close. It might not look like much right now, but you gotta use your imagination. This thing is, I think it's gonna be perfect. Should be fairly easy to sand down. All the components are nice and hard, and it's gonna be very easy to trim this. So we've already kind of got our body line started there. I'm gonna be doing one more sort of angled foam piece in this slit to where that green line ends. And then we also got the front part of it on the rear door mocked up as well. And I think I've done 3 layers of foam so far. We're gonna do one more layer on top just to make it to that green line. And then we're gonna try to taper everything together, move the cardboard, and see what we got. From up here, you can really get a good vision of how the wide body is gonna look. Still a little bit of shaping left to do, but overall, I mean, for one day's work, I'm pretty satisfied with this. It's gotta be my favorite angle right here, where you can really see just how beefy that hip is. So overall, this is about 65 mil wide body. I'm not sure what I'll be doing to the front, maybe more like 25, 30 mil. But yeah, this looks pretty sweet. Anyways guys, that's the video, so thank you so much. Stay tuned because this project is not completed yet. Obviously, we still have to do the fairing and the molding process in order to get the full carbon wide body fenders that I'm looking for. Hope you enjoyed a bit of the process and behind the scenes of how I take an idea and I bring it to reality. I've had a vision of how to build this for a very long time, so it's cool to finally put it to use and actually see, you know, hopefully that it's gonna work. We have a ton of stuff coming up in 2021. Don't wanna miss anything. This is going to be just insane. You have no idea what's coming. You have no idea. All right guys, cheers.